Welcome to Austria, round 3 of the Porsche Mobil 1 Supercup season 2026. Great memories last year, P1, P2, so double victory. The competition is tough this year, especially even more close than ever before. We try to get the maximum done and hopefully end up on the podium.
The main thing to have at Red Bull Ring is precision. You can have speed, but if you don't have precision around here, you can't really do a lot with that speed. The margins are very tight and it's very easy to do truck limits. We made some adjustments during the session and we made the car a lot better. I think there's still quite a bit to find before quali, but overall I'm quite happy with how practice evolved.
I think it's pretty positive results. It's my best result in Supercup so far, so I'm pretty happy. Anything is possible here, so P4 is not so bad. Overtaking opportunities in T1 and T3, and I hope get a few positions to get on the podium.
Honestly, a tough session. The track condition was really hot. Difficult to put a lap without mistake, but I managed it well. Tomorrow it's a long race, so the key point will be to manage the tire as best way as possible.
That's, I think, the very first time that I can say I covered the first row with drivers from the rookie program. For Andrea, I have to say he's the very first time here at the Red Bull Ring and managed being in first row is impressive. The qualifying overall was really tight. We have 18 drivers within 1 second. Quite promising for a quite thrilling race. We know Red Bull Ring is known for hard competition.
Eyes to the centre, eyes on the lights, as 5 lights illuminate and we go racing here. Kohope instantly cutting across there to Bristot, but Bristot gets a good enough launch. He'll get there, down into turn 1. Bristot is going to jump into the lead, but if Kohope has anything to say about it, he's going to hang it a long way round. Watch out for drivers squabbling all the way throughout the pack. BWT Lechner are going to do everything they can to get back on the charge. Marcus Amand will now head up to 3, pushed on by his teammate Robert Haan. They work together trying to box in Kohope here to the apex. Bristot's going to launch. Yellow flag out there for one of the cars in the background. Both BWT Lechners go wide, but it's Haan and Amand that now lead the charge.
Yeah, Amand took victory here in the Porsche Cup Germany earlier on this season. Haan nearly took victory last year, side by side down towards turn 2. A dream start for BWT Lechner Racing, but it was big contact actually between Bristot and Kohope into turn 3. We'll see if they've got any lasting damage, but Walter Lechner said it's going to be a good day for Lechner Racing. So far it's looking pretty good, and Flint Schuring, another driver that took victory here in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany earlier this season, right behind them and pushing them on as well.
Let's get a replay here of the start.
Porsche is out of his box with the front wheels.
Okay, so he said that maybe Kohope is out of position. There was the start from Bristot. Good start. Look at the 2 pink BWT Lechner cars, actually sandwiched by the Schumacher CLRT. How did they manage to get through? They both went over track limits, especially Haan. Then we had that incident further back for Jack Young. Contact up towards turn 1 between Kohope and Bristot. Then we had also on the right, McNeely. Watch Jaap van Lagen in the yellow car. Big contact with Jack Young. So maybe that's why Young fell down the order. I thought Van Lagen had damage, but he's managed to continue on somehow. Then this is up towards turn 3 in the first lap. Schuring came out 3rd here somehow. Oh. Big, robust move from Bristot up the inside of Kohope. Both BWT cars went wide. And it was actually Amand that was the wider of the 2, so I don't know whether they'll be looking at that one. No, it was Haan that was the wider of the 2, but Amand managed to hold on to position, but both left the circuit, and then we had
Rodini and Essie.
Yeah, stopping on circuit, little half spin from Renesi.
This is on board here with, and I think it was the little look on the left there from Jack Young who jumped the gun a little bit. You saw him edge forwards, and I think Sumic might have been caught off guard there. He's the one who picks up the penalty. You see Jack Young creeped forwards in his box, but didn't actually leave his pit box before the lights went out. Caleb Sumic maybe caught off guard by that and just reacting to the other cars around him.
Well, the rule is you must be within the box and stationary at the moments the light go out. Jack Young lurched forward but stopped and was stationary inside the box when the lights went out. Sumic actually was just rolling before the lights went out, so therefore that's why that penalty has been applied, and so far Jack Young's got away with it. let's not forget these drivers, yes, they're teammates, but they are not employees of the teams. They bring their own funding, they make their own way onto the grid. They, of course, the team help them and they help the team towards the titles, but ultimately they are very much in it for themselves. They're forging their own careers, trying to make themselves professional racing drivers. They are absolutely showing that they have the ability, but the wins. Oh, it's an error. Was that an error for Amand?
Yeah, big mistake there from Amand. Seemed like a bit of a snap under braking, and that gives de Haan the opportunity to slip through on the inside. Number 1 of de Haan hits the front. Number 2 of Amand drops down into second, and Amand, all that hard work he's done, now fending off de Haan, is undone in the blink of an eye.
Continue.
Word of a puncture there from Amand. That would be characteristic of the mistake that you saw there. It was a squabble under braking. It was a very strange mistake there from Marcus Amand, an uncharacteristic one. Indeed, you don't win such titles by making those mistakes. We'll keep an eye back from Theo Overhaus as Chester Kiefer is blasting the high beams all the way up to turn 3, moving out the way. Rodinia Nessie is going to stay out the way of the other vehicles as he lets everyone past under blue flags. Chester Kiefer, though, is still just trying to unsettle your championship leader. Well, your championship leader not for much longer, as Flint Schuring in 2 laps' time is looking to take that championship lead.
Yes, as we're looking at the back of Chester Kiefer there in 8th place, Overhaus in 7th. Overhaus, feeling the pressure, was semi-defensive into turn 3, which would have brought Kiefer closer still. We're looking at Andrea Bristot in 4th place, looking at the back of a podium as we heard word of a puncture from Amand. I don't know whether it's it's not a full flat puncture, otherwise he wouldn't be able to continue on, but losing the pace off the back. Actually, did Amand just dive in the braking?
No, it looked like another squirm under braking there from Amand. Wasn't enough to pull him into the pit lane. As you mentioned there, Piers, not going to be a full puncture, but I would not be surprised if it's a slow puncture that is on the car of Marcus Amand. But the fact is that Marcus Amand is not in competition for a race victory here, and Flint Schuring is in a great position to snatch up a second. Lock up there from the front right as Marcus Amand, his tyre looks completely gone there. It is the front right. You were right there, Piers. And Marcus Amand is now in a critical place.
Yeah, the ABS saving Marcus Amand at the moment. That front right is completely flat now. It's gone. Amand out of the podium. He's going to be out of the points. He's going to have to come in the pits. Bitter disappointment from Amand. Wow, was that the contact that we saw? Was that cause? We saw a bit of bumping down towards turn 1 and turn 3 in the first lap. Amand from the lead of this race. Drama, the rookie, was about to take his first victory, and unfortunately, misfortune snatching it away from him, and he's going to have to come in the pits. Surely, Kai, no, he's continuing on. I suppose there's only 1.5 laps remaining, isn't there?
A nightmare and a heartbreak for Marcus Amand. And it will be a top step return for Robert de Haan for the first time in the 2026 season. Robert de Haan is victorious in the Porsche Mobil 1 Supercup, taking a win at round 3 here in Austria. An emotional victory for Robert de Haan, not just for himself, but for the team as well, as they're managing to take home their first victory of the season. Robert de Haan aloft himself on top of the car, points to the sky, and there's only one number 1 driver. He's got the number 1 poised on his vehicle, and it'll be a number 1 poised on the podium, waiting for his arrival. Here is your full race results. Robert de Haan back on the top step, back to where we're used to seeing him, and he is going to walk away with a victory. Flint Schuring in second, then Keegan Masters, Gustav Burton, your top 5, rounded out by Andrea Bristot, then Wout de Boerkamps, Marcus Amand, managing to recover with 12 with that puncture. 21st, Gianmarco Carasmini, then Sam Shaheen, Luciano Martinez, Juan Pablo Vega Dieppe, and Jacques Villeneuve rounding out the top 25 there. He's pretty in pink, and it's going to be Robert de Haan who steps up to the top step, and he's going to be cheered on by all the team.
Yeah, we're back on the top step now. It's just a great feeling for me, but also for the team, because of course they've been working very hard. But yeah, just really happy with our job.
Red Bull Ring, we knew it was going to pack a punch, but make sure to come back for round 4. It's Spa-Francorchamps.
First of all, congratulations to Robert winning in Austria, our home race, for himself, for us, for the team, for everyone, our fans, friends out there. This was great, definitely. But at the same time, I'm also happy and a bit sad for Marcus. He did a great job, he had a great start, he was leading the race, everything looked like a 1-2, so valuable points for a team championship. And then he had a tire puncture, 3 laps to go, so definitely not his day, so feeling sorry for him the same way I feel happy for Robert.
This time I had a good start, but T1 here is pretty critical if you are on the inside. We had a contact in T3 with Paul and that cost me 5 seconds, that cost me the overall podium, but still I have to be happy. This is my first time here to be on the podium and to win the rookie standings is a good thing.
Not the race we are hoping for. I've got a big damage on my car. Still P3 rookie, but it's not like I want to do, but yeah, we move forward for the next race.